Luxury consumers lead busier lives than other demographic groups. They have a multitude of activities and responsibilities at any given time between assets, companies, employees, family and personal relationships, vacations, and social commitments. They are processing vast amounts of information. For the majority of luxury consumers, their attention span is short, and time is a more valuable commodity than money. They make quick decisions and do not like to be distracted from important tasks. This is why continuously improving your communication skills is vital to scaling your luxury real estate career. If people struggle to understand your point or have to ask clarification questions during a conversation, they may get annoyed. Being long-winded, or the opposite, providing too little detail, is perceived as indecisiveness or even incompetence, and will end up costing you credibility. In our modern world, with so much noise, so many channels, and information overload, it's easy to see why the luxury consumer appreciates easy to understand and concise communication. The concept we are going to talk about is called BAM. Here's the classic example of how BAM works. Let's pretend for a minute. Imagine a husband and wife are sitting at the kitchen table on a Saturday morning. The husband stands up and says, "I'm going to Home Depot." The wife says, "What are you going to Home Depot for?" The husband says, "To get some glue." The wife says, "What's the glue for?" The husband replies, "To fix the broken chair." The wife replies, "What car are you taking?" The husband says, "The truck." The wife says, "How long do you think you will be gone?" The husband replies, "About an hour." Let's pause right there. How many of the communications we experience, whether in person or electronic, are like a ping pong game, going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth? Let's BAM this same conversation. A husband and wife are sitting at the kitchen table on a Saturday morning. The husband stands up and says, "I'm going to Home Depot." The wife says, "What are you going to Home Depot for?" The husband says, "To get some glue to fix this broken chair. I'll take the truck and be back in about an hour." The wife says, "Love you, drive safe." BAM. Clear, concise, and to the point. BAM is a communication style that leaves the person asking the questions with the information necessary to answer any variables. Now, here is a warning. BAM is one of those things where once you learn it, you don't unlearn it. And the world you live in might become a little more irritating. All around you, every day, you'll recognize the dysfunctional ways in which people communicate. Let's pretend again. Imagine an agent sends you a text message saying, "Do you know a good inspector?" You respond back, "Maybe. Where's the property located?" They respond, "Westchester County." You respond, "How big is the house?" They respond, 4,800 feet. You respond, "Does it have a pool?" They respond back, "No." You respond, "Anything unique about the home?" They respond back, "Built in 1920. Now at this point, you are frustrated. First, you are not the receptionist at the home inspection company. Second, you are doing this agent a favor, and now one question, one text message has turned into 8 messages spanning over a 10-minute period. You've been distracted multiple times, and it's taken your focus away from an important client project. Let's BAM the exact same scenario. You receive a text message saying, "Do you know a good inspector? It's a 1920 house in Westchester County on city services, 4,800 square feet, no pool, carriage house, or anything out of the ordinary." Instantly, an inspector you know comes to mind. You respond, "Yes. Here's the contact information of the person I would use." The other agent says, "Thank you. I hope to return the favor soon." BAM. So, no matter if you're talking, emailing, or messaging, ask yourself, is this communication answering as many relevant questions as possible for the recipient in the shortest number of words? Is my message summarized, directed, efficient, and informative? Let's pretend you have an under contract buyer and have an update to share via text message. Here's example 1. Your inspection is scheduled for Saturday at 11 a.m. You can pay the inspector when you get there. Here's example 2. The inspection for 12 Westchester Place is scheduled for this Saturday. The inspector is Spencer Vaughn with A1 Inspections. He drives a red truck and will get there at 10:30 a.m. Plan on meeting Spencer at the property at 11 a.m. It should take 2 hours. The payment of $975 can be paid via credit card or Venmo directly to the inspector at the time of service. We should have the report returned within 24 hours, and we can talk about next steps then. Obviously, the second example is the one you would want to send to optimize your communication with the buyer. Bam! The formula to remember this is X by X by X. Again, that's X by X by X. The first X is answering the question you have been asked or the question you are asking. The second X is the clarifying word or phrase, and the third X is any other beneficial information to close out any ambiguities that might exist. For example, you receive a text message from a potential seller saying, "Do we need to stage the guest house?" Your response is this: yes, the guest house should be staged to maximize the value of the listing and to get you the highest possible return. Bam, X by X by X. Think about this exercise when you are communicating with others going forward. It's not only for the luxury consumer, and it doesn't have to be used for every question you are asked. It's a mental reminder to review your communication and make sure you're being as thorough and effective as possible, and therefore being a lift, not a drag in the conversation. A big part of your value is how well you communicate with others. Your level of skill in this will leave an impression, so make sure it's a good one. Being an effective communicator is one of the fastest ways to be noticed and respected by the luxury consumer and those accustomed to higher levels of professional service. It's one more way to outperform your competition, increase your connection with potential clients, and build your luxury real estate brand. Let's do this.